Dicrocoelium, dendriticum, small liver fluke. Fasciola, hepatica, common liver fluke. Fascioloides, magna, giant liver fluke. Fasciola, Fascioides, intermediate snail. Dicrocoelium, terrestrial snail and ant. 326, 223, up to 9 months pre. Fasciola, Fascioloides, Toxocara insists on the plant indirect life cycle. Dicrocoelium, dendriticum, no clinical signs in cattle or sheep or baby sheep. Pathological signs seen in older sheep. Liver lesions. Migratory tracts through the liver, thickening stenosis of the bile ducts, cirrhosis of the liver. They all have that. They all have that. Fasciola, hepatica, acute in goats and sheep. They'll die chronic, asymptomatic in the little cow. Distended, painful abdomen, weight loss, anemia, mandibular edema, bottle jaw, liver lesions can lead to secondary disease in sheep and goats called black disease, caused by Clostridium novii toxins. Atypical migration to the lung tissue may occur in cows. Fasciola hepatica. Fascioloides magna, not in cow. Adults encapsulated. Liver lesions in sheep and goats. Fatal in sheep and goats. Fecal sedimentation. Fecal sedimentation. Dicrocoelium, dendriticum, small liver fluke. Operculated, thick-shelled egg, it's dark brown like poop. It's fully embryonated when shed in the feces. Fasciola hepatica, acid, ethyl acetate, sedimentation 2. Eggs passed in the feces of the white-tailed deer and magna. Treat with all albendazole and limerick exposure. You can use turkeys in the Dicrocoelium, dendriticum. Magna isn't easy treated as Fasciola hepatica. Quersulon in immature and adult worms for magna and hepatica. Hepatica can get ya. Paramphistomum, Calicophoron, Cotylophoron, Paramphistomidae. Intermediate is the snail, pear-shaped, prominent oral and ventral suckers, light pink when fresh. 80 to 90 days, Metasacarria insist on the plant. Immature flukes. From duodenum through abomasum to rumen may cause small intestine hemorrhage, enteritis, severe diarrhea, and loss of appetite. Not observed with adult flukes. Diagnose fecal sedimentation, eggs and feces in acute cases. Eggs are large, multicellular, clear, and percolated like hepatica. Treat with Quersulon, albendazole. Control snails and minimize exposure. Tapeworms, Moneizia, benedini, expanza, caprae, and Thysanosoma, actinoides. Thysanosoma, fringed. Moneizia, broad. Moneizia, free-living or retid mite. Thysanosoma, duo, powder, sparkly, bark, bark. Moneizia 4 to 7, rostellum, stilettos. Both have sister cercoid, 2 sets of genitalia. 2 sets of genitalia, they're girls and they're boys. Thysanosoma, wide segments, fringe. Moneizia, no rostellum, and hooks at the interior, end. Moneizia, not pathogenic usually, but large number can cause blockage, weight loss, emaciation. Thysanosoma, not pathogenic. Get them with progatid in the poop and fecal float. Moneizia benedini, rectangularly. Moneizia expansa, triangle or pyramid. Eggs released in packets in Thysanosoma. Treat with imbendazole and Thysanosoma prazaquantel. Gongylonema, pulchum, verrucosum. GI tract, esophagus for stomach. Coprophages, beetles, or the cockroach. Cuticular blebs or plaques. Adults 2 to 4 centimeters long, less than 0.5 millimeters thick. Zigzag. Longest, thinnest. Gongylonema, pulchum, verrucosum. Strongyloides, pappilosus. Threadworm, cover your parasitic, female only. Parasitic, female only. 5 mils long, less than 1 thick. Shortest, second thinnest. Bunostomum, phlebotomum, and trigonocephalum. Hookworms, flabby cattle. Trigonocephalum, sheep and goats, and the small intestine. Male hookworms will act as copulatory bursa. This is a large hookworm, 2.5 centimeters, cutting plates with lentillets in the buccal cavity. Second longest. Gongylonema, pulchum, verrucosum, indirectly L3. Strongyloides, pappilosus, parasitic cycle with filiform esophagus, pathogenic female. Women are bad. Free living cycle, rhabditiform esophagus. Men and women are both bad. Transmammaries through the titties. Strongyloides, pappilosus, Bunostomum, phlebotomum. They'll get you hooked when you directly eat them for 3 meals with your hands. Gongylonema, pulchum has no signs, they are gone. Shalina. Strongyloides, pappilosus, watery diarrhea, inflammation of small intestine, dehydration, stunted growth. Bunostomum, phlebotomum, voracious bloodsuckers, excessive bleeding, small intestine, decreased BCV. Calves, 100 worms can cause anemia, 800 cause death. Lambs, 200 worms can cause death, anemia, diarrhea. They sucked all your blood. You have anemia and diarrhea. Can I get a bottle for ya? And your weight loss. Strongyloides, pappilosus, and Gongylonema, pulchum, and verrucosum. Fecal sedimentation, larvated eggs. But the bloodsucker, Bunostomum, phlebotomum, fecal float, egg gram count, phlebotomum, and boom. And the Strongyloides, pappilosus, fenbendazole, and ivermectin. Gongylonema, pulchum, verrucosum. Everything's gone and no treatment needed. Toxocara, neoscara, vitulorum. Take out a buffalo, take out a cow, small intestine, very owl, large, thick bodies like those in horses, 15 to 30 centimeters long, 0.35 to 0.6 thick, easily ID by 3 lips, longest. Oesophagostomum nodum in your cecum and your colon. Have strongyloid eggs, look like hookworm eggs. 1 to 2 little white children, shallow end of the kiddie pool with shallow cylindrical buccal capsule with external leaf crown on their head. Their papillae at their head and cephalic vesicles. Trichuris, ovis, trichuris, discolor. Somebody discolor the cow with a whip, and ovis, sheep and goat. 3.5 to 8 long with 1 cell at the head. Make it stick. Schistocytes, stichocytes. Second longest. All direct life cycle, don't eat any of them. Toxocara, neoscara, vitulorium. Toxic titties in the baby calves. Don't breathe them and you won't live long. Infected L3 in the egg. Oesophagostomum, L3 in the grass. Trichuris ovis, L1 in the egg. Oesophotric, weakness. Toxoesopho, rough hair coat, weight loss. Toxocara, neoscara, verminous pneumonia, impaction. EO, diarrhea, and stunted growth. Not up and down at Oesophagostomum, cause you'll get nodules and severe smelly diarrhea. PU, intusception. Trichuris, light infection, severe hemorrhage, diarrhea, death in room. Toxocara, neoscara, esophagum trick, fecal float, and have fun with indendazole and trick. Ivor never.